So in today's video, we're taking a look at my top iPhone 17 Pro accessories, and that even includes the one that's on my neck. Now, something to bear in mind is even though these accessories are used on the iPhone 17 Pro Max, that doesn't mean they're just for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. They work with other iPhone models. Some of them even work with Android phones, so bear that in mind. Also, now it is Black Week or Black Month. I know Black Friday is definitely around the corner.
Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Wait.
Everybody calm down.
So majority of these brands are having some huge sales with huge discounts. So if you're ever in a need for any of these accessories, now would be the best time to go and grab some, whether it be for yourself or for somebody else as a gift. And I've got to say, they make some pretty good gifts. Links will be in the description box below, as well as any discounts and other accessories I find that are on really good offers. So make sure to go and check that out if you're interested. Now, before we get into the actual video, a like and a subscribe would go a very long way. And now let's check out my top iPhone 17 accessories. Starting things off with one of the first accessories you probably purchase. I know I do. And it goes on within the first 5 minutes of me actually unboxing my phone. It's a screen protector. And my favorite screen protector so far has been the ESR UltraFit Armorite Pro screen protector for a couple of different reasons. First of all, it's glass by Corning. So if you know Corning, you know that they do screen protection really well. And these screen protectors are 10 times stronger than your generic screen protector. Now, I actually tested it with different types of tools and it passed without a single scratch. The installation process is one of the easiest I've ever seen. I've installed numerous screen protectors of these, whether it be for me or family and friends, and it's come out perfect every single time. Place the phone inside the alignment tray, close the lid and pull on the tab. Dust-free and bubble-free installs every single time. And it is very good value for money. You don't just get one screen protector in there, you actually get 3. So once you install that first one perfectly, like you will for yourself, you'll have 2 more left, whether you want to save them for a later date or another phone or something like that, or share them with your friends and family and all benefit from that one screen protector purchase. You can do either or, just a really good product. And I really do like how they made it easy to install, because the biggest issue people were having with screen protectors is the installation. And now with this, you won't have that problem anymore. And then when it comes to chargers, I honestly can't use anything else than Qi 2.2. I've been spoiled by that 25 watts of fast charging. And currently what I'm using is the ESR Qi 2.2 desk charger, which is a wireless charger. I can charge my AirPods, Apple Watch and iPhone all at the same time at my desk. It doesn't use a lot of space, but it charges my iPhone very fast. And because of that built-in fan, it keeps the surface cool to make sure I get that constant flow of fast charging. Now, that's for at the desk. When I am out and about, going traveling, stuff like that, I actually use ESR's brand new Qi 2.2 travel charger, which, as you can see, it is super thin. And this also has Qi 2.2 charging, so you can charge at 25 watts. Has the Cryo Boost fan for that cooling to ensure I keep getting that fast charging. And you can also charge your AirPods on the bottom here and your Apple Watch at the top here. So great accessories, whether you want to charge at home in a stationary position or at the office, or if you want something you can take with you wherever it may be on travels and stuff like that, you've got both of these options. I have to say the AirPod Pro 3s are my top pick. Now, the sound quality on these is pretty good, but I'm not an audio specialist or an audio professional or anything like that. Listening to music, making phone calls, got no complaints. Now, the noise cancellation is on another level. Haven't experienced this quality of noise cancellation on any other earphones I've used. I may just not have used many, but honestly, I feel like it's pretty good. And the fit, in my ears at least, is very comfortable. It doesn't get uncomfortable after long periods of listening, and they don't necessarily fall out too easy either. So bravo Apple for that. Also, the seamless connectivity to my Apple devices, no matter which one I want to connect to, just makes it an all-round great pick for me, especially with having numerous different Apple devices. Now, it does have 2 issues, and this case fixes both of them issues. Issue number 1 being it is a plastic case for the AirPods, so if you do drop it, you're probably going to get some damage on it. Issue number 2 is also, if you drop it, the lid is probably 90% chance it's going to open, and the AirPods are going to fall out and go to the deepest, darkest corner of the room, which can get pretty annoying after a while. Which, with this flick lock case by ESR, the lid actually doesn't open until you use that mechanism, which then you get access to your earphones. So gives you a nice bit of protection for the actual shell of the AirPods case, and you won't lose your AirPods if you do drop it. So a win-win and a win. So this is a great one for those of you to record log footage, raw photos and stuff like that on your iPhone. but you're getting tired of constantly using up all the storage on your iPhone and you don't want to be upgrading through Apple, or it's going to cost a fortune. Now this is the Acasis MagSafe hub, and this is really good for a couple of different reasons. First of all, it opens up tool-free, so you can get access to the NVMe SSD in there. It supports up to 8 terabytes of storage, and once that is in there, you can, because of the MagSafe connection, connect it on the back of your iPhone, use the provided cable, connect it to your iPhone, and start recording footage straight to the actual NVMe SSD without using up the storage that's in your iPhone. As well as that, you get a bunch of ports on the actual hub. So you get a power delivery port up to 100 watts that allows you to charge your actual iPhone while you're recording, because recording can take quite a bit of battery power. So it's good that you can charge it while doing that. Also, you get a full HDMI port. You get a USB-A 10 gig port on one side, USB-C 10 gig port on the other side, and you also get a micro SD card and an SD card slot for transferring data files seamlessly. Now, once you're done recording on your iPhone, the great thing about this is you can just unplug it from the device, plug it into any other device you got, whether it be a MacBook, Mac Mini, Windows machine, with the USB-C cable, and start transferring data and do anything you want with it. This kind of accessory is kind of one that if you need it, you're going to know you need it. Now, this is a Telesin MagSafe mount. And what it does is, first of all, it's got this rubber that goes around the neck section. It's very malleable, so you can put it into any position you want to make it as comfortable as it can be. Once you put it around your neck, it does clip in. And then you've got this MagSafe section on the front. And what that does is, first of all, if you've got an iPhone that has MagSafe built in, or you've got any phone, whether it be an Android or anything that has a MagSafe case on, you can use it. Horizontal footage, just slap it on the back in horizontal. And vertical footage, slap it on the back in portrait mode. And now what you've got is POV style camera. And what you can do is either film unboxings, do day in the life unique style content, or just show someone how to do something with both hands free. So very cool piece of tech, and I'd recommend it for anyone that does create content, as it does come in handy, and I use this quite often, especially when it can be stored away very easily, whether in your backpack or a drawer, so it doesn't take up too much space. Another MagSafe mount, but this one is a little bit different to the Telesin one, because this one is screwed on to an actual tripod head. Now, this one is by Moment, also gives you that strong MagSafe connection. And this one is for those of people who use their iPhone to record content quite a bit, and you've got one of them fiddly tripod heads to try and get your iPhone in every time. With this one, you screw it on the top of your tripod, and because it's got MagSafe, you just put it on whatever orientation you want. You get super strong connection. And you also have the ability to attach other things to it using the screw section on the back. I, however, don't have any of the other bits on there, but Moment do sell it on their website. So you can attach other things like lights on there as well when you have your iPhone or Android phone attached. So very nice little accessory, and it does come in handy, especially if you use your iPhone a lot for recording on a tripod. Car chargers generally tend to be quite clunky when you plug them in. About that much of it actually peers out the actual car charger. It's not the best thing in the world. Well, Phone Rebel have one of the smallest car chargers I've ever seen. And what's good about this one is it offers you 65 watts of charging. You get 2 USB-C ports in the top. So if you're charging one device, it will charge you up to 65 watts. If you plug in 2 devices, it will analyze what device needs how much out of that 65 watts and split it accordingly. Now you might be thinking, well, if I put that in the actual car charge port, how on earth am I going to get that out? Luckily, they thought of that, so they've got the top section which has a little handle that you can pull out, grab onto, and pull it out of the actual socket. So honestly, and it is super cheap. I think it's under $15. So definitely a go-to for a small car charger that gives you a lot of charging power and doesn't take up almost any space. Something I recommend to everyone that has an iPhone or any piece of Apple tech are the Apple AirTags. These things are genius. Whoever created these at Apple, you deserve a raise. I use these constantly and in everything. Put one in my e-bike so I can track it. If I'm going traveling, I put them in my luggage, in the bag that's on me. Anything you want to track, it's so small, you can just pop it in there and you can have precise tracking. And you don't even have to be close to it because it uses the signal with other phones that are around to bounce off and show you where the tracking is. Once you do get close to it, it gives you more precise tracking with an arrow and distance approximation. Gives you about a year's worth of battery life on it, and I think it's like $30 for one. And if you want to get a pack of 4, they often do sales, so you can get it even cheaper. So honestly, one of the most underrated pieces of Apple tech out there. If you haven't used one yet and you're not using one, you definitely should be getting one because they come in handy so often. Now, while the AirTag is really good, something negative about it is that it's a little bit chunky when it comes to thickness, so you can't always put it everywhere you want. Well, that's where Satechi come in, and they've come out with the Find My card. Now, they're not the only brand to do it. There is like Ugreen, I believe Nomad as well, have got their own Find My card. Similar concept, maybe not exactly the same, but Sateshi's one is wirelessly chargeable, and in that full charge, it gives you 16 months of battery life, which is insane. Now, these, of course, use the Find My network on your iPhone, so you can track them whether you put it on your wallet or purse. And you might not get precision tracking to the level you get of the AirTag, but you'll definitely get decent enough tracking to be able to find what you've lost. Now, Satechi have gone kind of above and beyond, so instead of having just the Find My card, they've also got a glasses case, which opens up. You can put your glasses in there, and it also is on the Find My network, and it charges with wireless charging. So another great addition if you're somebody who uses glasses. And then of course everybody uses keys, so they've got the keychain as well, also on the Find My network, and also can be charged wirelessly. So they've kind of taken the concept of the AirTag but expanded it into more categories, which is great to see. And then we've got a charging cable. Now this one is by Raycon, and it's a 100-watt charging cable which has a special feature on the actual head section. Now if you take a look, you can see the head is a little bit different, and the reason it's a bit different is it rotates 180 degrees to either side, whatever side you might need. Now oftentimes we find with cables, because they're so stiff and they go straight, sometimes they get yanked from the side and either damage the cable or damage the port inside the device. With this one you can actually make it so it's angled, and it should provide a better experience. Also, it's pretty strong material, very vibrant color, and at 2 meters it gives you enough length or anything you might need. So nice little addition. So that was my top accessories for the iPhone 17 Pro. If you've got your own accessories that you didn't see in my lineup, let me know in the comments box below. I'm always looking for new accessories to try, and links for all of these accessories as well as discount codes and other accessories I feel that are very good quality and on a good offer. I will link them in the description box and comments box below. If I've earned your subscription, consider subscribing to the channel, like the video if you liked it, share with your friends and family, and even hype the video if the option comes up and lets you do so, because why not? Appreciate you watching as always. I appreciate the support, and I will catch you on the next one.